Yo guys, it's CFB. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. Today, Chelsea have just gotten a 4-1 result in the first leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. It feels like the Carabao Cup of the UEFA Conference League against Djurgarden at their ground. So it's Djurgarden 1, Chelsea 4. Big result. I gotta be honest, the performance. As we go into the match preview, obviously, I'm going to tell you about the performance and everything like that. So, yeah, stay tuned for it. So, before we do get into the match review, it's match review. I've just said preview, haven't I? I do apologise. I'm running on like 5 hours sleep. I had to get up early, today because I got my hair cut, got a mullet, if you can't really tell. Got me something different. But yeah, before we do get into it, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications so notified every time I upload a video. Also, first link in the description is my streaming channel, my second channel. Go and check those out, be very much appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it with Chelsea beating Djurgarden 4-1. Great. We've basically got 2 feet into the final of the UEFA Conference League now. Like, there's no debate. Let's be real. Djurgarden aren't going to come to Stamford Bridge next week, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. And, if they somehow do score 3 goals, if they somehow, some way do score 3 goals, let's be real, it's literally a very, 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 very slim chance that we don't get one. We're through to the final. We're through to the final. And let's be real, it's very, very, very slim chance they're going to get 3. No offence to Djurgarden and their fans at all. In fact, their fans actually were brilliant today. Even when they were 4-0 down, they showed their support. I thought at one point it was going to make a difference for them when it was 0-0, but it wasn't. It wasn't a difference. We as a team coped with their atmosphere quite well, that pressure. So I was quite proud of the team in that behalf. But yeah, we're through to the final. I think it will be against Real Betis. I think Real Betis are currently 2-0 up in the first leg against Fiorentina. So I think it looks like it's going to be a Chelsea-Real Betis final. I think that's what it's heading towards at the moment. We're definitely in there. So, that's nice to see at least. So let's go with the lineup. Let's go with the 11 we went with today. We went with Jorgensen in goal, obviously. Cucurella left back. At Chempong right back. So far I've got all 3 correct from yesterday's match preview. Badiashile Tosin. Now, I expected Tosin to be in there, but Badiashile kind of shocked me. I didn't expect Badiashile to be in there, but fair enough. We went with Reece James and Dewsbury Hall in the double pivot, which, again, we all know what I think about this. Reece James is not a midfielder, especially a natural double pivot. He's not. And Dewsbury Hall in there as well. It's just unbalanced. And keep the word unbalanced in your memory right now, because we're going to get back to that in a second after I finish the lineup. Then we went with Sancho off the left, Madueke off the right, which I was very surprised with Madueke off the right. We went with Enzo Fernandez in the 10, and then we went with Tyreek George as the ST. Speaking about unbalanced, why did we go to Tyreek George as the ST? I get it, sometimes he's come off the bench and played as the ST in Conference League games. I know that's happened, but again, it's the 70th, 80th minute he's came off the bench and made the impact. It's different to starting the game. You know what I'm trying to say? It's different than starting as the ST. Enzo Fernandez in the 10. Why didn't you use him in a double pivot? I don't understand. Then Dewsbury Hall in the double pivot alongside Reece James. Again, the whole team, you look at that first half especially, it just was severely unbalanced and it was so boring. The football, in my opinion, was so boring. Like I said, I don't know if it's maybe because I'm just running on 5 hours sleep. It may be because of that reason. But it was a boring game to watch. I didn't get any thrill out of it. I did not get any thrill out of it. I don't know what it is. The goals were good, and I celebrate when the goals went in, obviously. Obviously, we're going to start off in the first half where we did go 1-0 up, thanks to Jadon Sancho, around the 20th minute into the game. It was actually good play. Really good ball from Tosin Adarabioyo into Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez finds another good ball in the middle of the pitch over to Jadon Sancho off the left. And Jadon Sancho takes a shot, shoots bottom right-hand corner, but instead of going bottom right-hand corner, it hits off I forgot what their team name's called now. Djurgarden's defender foot, and then it hits his hand and goes into the back of net. So I think it actually counts as an own goal, but I think it should count as Jadon Sancho's goal because it was going on target. So I'm going to give it Sancho, personally, but I think it is an own goal. But anyway, we go 1-0 up. That's it. Deadlock has been broken. Until then, in possession, we was boring. Passing around the back, slowly passing, very static. But every time we got near the box or inside their box, we looked somewhat entertaining. We did. We looked somewhat entertaining. We was moving the ball a lot more quicker in the box or near the box, you know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, not long later, we did go 2-0 up thanks to Madueke, another one of our wingers. Enzo Fernandez assist again, finds Madueke on the right-hand side. Madueke shoots, hits it near post. It goes into the bottom right-hand corner. Really, really good. 2-0. At that point, when we went 2-0 up in the first half, I already sat down, laid back and went, yeah, we're through to the final here. Because it was inevitable. 2-0 up. Let's be real. Djurgarden ain't going to get that. And they didn't really, cause much threat in that first half. They didn't have much chances in that first half. We had them locked off. In fact, our defence, I thought, was actually quite solid in the first half. But then again, they didn't really do much. They didn't really cause that much threat. You know what I'm trying to say? Move over into the second half, though. We did make subs. Tyreek George went off on the right. Madueke came off. And then Jackson came on as the ST. Reece James came off and Caicedo came on. And then, who else was it that came on? Trevor Chalobah came on, went on at right back. Cucurella came off. Chempong went on as a left back. So Chempong then inverted into midfield. And it definitely made the game a lot more entertaining. We definitely looked more in control. We looked more balanced than what we was in the first half. Mainly because there was more first teamers out there, more quality out there, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it wasn't long until Jackson went and got his first in the first half, and it was from one of the worst goals I've ever seen in my entire life. But hey, we take it. We take it. If a striker bags a goal, we take it. The ball is literally coming back to the keeper. The keeper's about to receive the ball. The defender that got the own goal for the Jadon Sancho shot, by the way, got in the way of the goalkeeper. Jackson stayed persistent, by the way. He stayed persistent for the goal. He could have easily gave up on it. If you've seen the goal, you know what I'm saying. But he didn't. He stayed persistent on it. He managed to get a touch on it to take it past the keeper and the defender somehow, some way. They intertwined with each other. And then Jackson had the shot at goal, which obviously went into the back of net because it was an open goal. With so much time, he could have set himself up a picnic. You know what I'm trying to say, and enjoyed himself. So, yeah, Jackson made it 3. It wasn't long later until he made it 4 as well. From this one was a really good goal. It was a cross box to him on the edge of the box. It's a good shimmy, a good shoulder roll. Doesn't touch the ball, lets the ball roll across him. And then it's a good ball roll with his foot. And then he shoots, blasting it into the top right-hand corner, just outside the box. Really good finish. Again, Jackson taking a shot outside the box, and guess what? He's been successful with it. I want to see it more often. That's 2 occasions that's happening now in 2 games, and he's got 2 goals from it. Let's see it more often. I want to see that more often. Really good goal. Like I said, 4-0 was just the icing on the cake, really. Really good goal. Happy our striker actually got 2 goals. Like I said, it's not much of a confidence boost for a striker, as it's the Conference League against these type of teams. No offence to Djurgarden, but it's a little bit of a confidence boost. Not as much as a Premier League game would give you or a Champions League game would give you, but it's a little boost. Yeah, we looked more better in the second half, but we unfortunately did concede a goal. In fact, actually, we conceded more shots in the second half than we did in the first half to Djurgarden's players, and one of them paid off from a header, I don't know what our defence was doing on the left-hand side, but the players got the free run on the left-hand side. All of our players can see that, but we allow it. The cross comes in, it's a header near post. The goalkeeper can't really do much about it. It's a header down, makes it 4-1. Doesn't really make much of a deal, but I don't know what our defenders were doing there. I legit don't know what our defenders were doing there. I think Trevor Chalobah was at fault there, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, 4-1, still not worried, still wasn't worried. We was in control. We could have got more, to be fair, but I think at 4-0, I think we kind of laid back. I think we kind of went into third gear. We didn't really by the looks of it, we didn't really get out of second gear today. we didn't really get out of second gear, but as soon as the fourth goal went in, we went into third gear, really. And yeah, we gave opportunities to younger players. One that was born in 2008, you know, fair play to him. Nearly had a goal, actually, a shot outside the box, first time, 30 seconds after coming off the bench. I was hoping it would have gone in, fair play to the lad. But yeah, that's about it, really. It wasn't that much of an entertaining game. We was cruise controlling it. We didn't really... There wasn't at any point in this game where I thought, oh, crap, we're hanging on for dear life here. You know what I mean? There was no point in the game where I was thinking like that. But, like, it just... The performance is the performance. It just doesn't fill me with much hope, much joy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm happy with the performance either way. Happy with the minutes we've given some players. And the fact that we are basically 2 feet into the final is a very big positive. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to do player ratings today because the simple fact, I'm not going to lie to you all, I am absolutely shattered. And I've got a big day tomorrow. So, I do really, really apologise. Like, I've actually got a big day tomorrow. And I've got to get up early as well. So, look. Let me know in the comments down below what we all thought about the game. I'll be very intrigued to know. I thought the standout players, though, for us today was Madueke. Madueke caused threat off the right-hand side, looked decent. Jackson came off the bench, made an impact, got 2 goals. Happy, that's all I can ask for. He's like one of our strikers, so it's the only thing I can ask for. Tosin Adarabioyo put in really, like, some amazing passes today. That created a lot of opportunities going forward for us. You know what I'm trying to say? It was like maestro type of passes. So Tosin was probably my man of the match. I'm not even going to lie. I thought he was relatively quite solid today. Quiet game. I thought Tyreek George had a quiet game. And Badiashile was relatively quite quiet but composed again. Made a couple decent good passes here and there. Caicedo, obviously, when he came off the bench, he got the assist, which was an amazing interception. For Jackson's first goal it was. Second goal, which is for his second goal. Really good interception there. Apart from that, that's about it. That's all I've got to write home about. So let me know in the comments down below what you all thought about the game. I'm just happy we're through to the final. It's just the performance just doesn't fill me with much confidence. You know what I'm trying to say? I want to see us absolutely dominate this game. Dominate it. But I thought we dealt with the crowd really, really well with the team that we had. Even though I think it should have been a stronger team instead of such an unbalanced team. We're basically 2 feet into the final now, let's be real. And we also dealt with the pitch really well, I thought, to be fair. The AstroTurf, we dealt with it really well. So that's it for today's video, guys. Please like, subscribe, everybody. Take care. Get in, Chelsea. We win the game. That's all that matters. So have a great rest of your day and night. Take care. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.